husband and I are going to Chicago in May, like mid-May. But we're having a lot of fun, like, thinking about all the things we're going to do. But if you've been to Chicago or you're from Chicago, what do you 100% recommend? We are going for a week, like, starting on a Wednesday, getting there on a Wednesday, leaving on a Tuesday. We'll be flying in, and not renting a car. I don't want to deal with having a car. We've already got our Airbnb. I don't remember what neighborhood we're in, but we're like a 15-minute walk from the Art Institute of Chicago. So like in a very centralized location, and plan to use public transport. What do you recommend we do? I'm currently, the budget for this trip is $3,000. We lucked out and I think can get everything under that. So like keep in mind budget friendly things. But yeah, what should we do in Chicago?
Okay, I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. I grew up just outside the city of Chicago, spent a vast majority of my life in and around the city of Chicago. So the first thing I would say to you is that budget and Chicago don't necessarily blend well. However, there are budget-friendly things that you can do nonetheless. For example, you said you're visiting in mid-May. Mid-May is a beautiful time in the Chicagoland area. The temperatures are usually wonderful. Everything is blooming. The flowers are popping. Everything. The birds are singing. The whole place comes alive after several months of winter. An excellent place, if you're into this sort of thing, would be the Lincoln Park Zoo. We have two major zoos in the Chicagoland area. The Brookfield Zoo, which is the big one, is out in Brookfield, Illinois, which is in the near west suburbs just outside the city of Chicago. But Lincoln Park Zoo is in the heart of the city, along the lakefront, and the admission to Lincoln Park Zoo, I believe, is still free. It's been free for years. You got to pay to park, but you're not renting a car. So free admission to Lincoln Park Zoo. Gotta love that. You're going to have to spend some money at some point in time on something to eat. Some places that I would recommend. I always like to take people to Al's Beef on Taylor when they come into the city of Chicago because I love Al's Beef. If you wanted a different style of beef, but equally as good, you could go just out into the western suburbs in Elmwood Park and get a Johnny's Beef. We have, the city of Chicago has miles and miles and miles of lakefront, which at that time of year is going to be hopping. Not going into the beach, into the water at the beach necessarily, but miles and miles and miles of wonderful lakefront. If you have an opportunity to, maybe get the Lincoln Park area and go to the Weiner Circle. It's a hot dog stand that's going to insult you as you order. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. The area around where you're talking about the Art Institute, you get the parks and whatnot along the lakefront, the Bean and all of that. They're all touristy areas, but there's a lot to offer in the lakefront area and in all of those parks, Grant Park, Millennium Park, so forth and so on. The museums themselves. So you've got the Art Institute. You have the Field Museum, where you're going to see like dinosaur bones and learn about the history of man. The Museum of Science and Industry, which is the hands-on interactive science museum that everybody around here loves so much. The Shed Aquarium, and I believe one other. They all, in some way, shape, or form, offer discount days or free days. Look onto their websites. Maybe get a city pass if you're interested in those kinds of things, which will get you into multiple venues over the course of the period of your time for maybe a little bit of a better price. But other than that, just take in the sights. It's spring in Chicago. It's a beautiful part of the country at that time of year. Walk around, take in the sights, do some window shopping, see how alive the city becomes and how beautiful it becomes in May. But yeah, Lincoln Park Zoo, city passes for the museums, lakefront walkways. Hop on the L, go around, see the different neighborhoods. things of that nature. Maybe hop on the Metra, go in and out of the city of Chicago to the suburbs, and kind of check out what some of the suburbs have to offer as well. And I know it's budget friendly, but if you're in town and you've got the funds to make it happen, maybe get a tattoo while you're here to commemorate the occasion.